As a child, I lived in the small community in the jungles of eastern Paraguay. And you came out on one of your zoo quests. And I was a little boy collecting invertebrates with my teacher, Eric Phillips, for your visit.
Yes.
You spoke about Darwin, you acknowledged your debt to him. He talks about evolution and natural selection, but Darwin also talks about extinction. Are you an optimist or a pessimist? Is the illusory progress which we've celebrated with our technologies and so on simply an illusion, and that we are heading inexorably towards extinction?
Well, the first thing to say is that, as you correctly said, natural selection implies also natural rejection. The less fit in the outside animal world do not survive. Now, we have stopped that in our society, and so that we have changed the nature of evolution in our society. We no longer have natural selection working in a powerful way, at any rate, on our societies. But that doesn't mean to say that though we have stopped changing physically, that we have stopped evolving. We have shifted evolution into a new sphere. We have shifted it away from a physical evolution of our bodies into a cerebral evolution, a cultural evolution. And it is because, and the key to that was when we first learned to write, and we were able to transmit ideas and knowledge and the results of experiments across space and across time. And it is because of what our forebears have done in terms of invention that we're all here in this sort of place doing this sort of thing. Now, how far can that go? Who knows? But certainly we are playing with a very, very dangerous game. Whether I'm a pessimist or optimist, I don't know. My greatest source for pessimism is the fact that we are increasing in numbers as a consequence of stopping evolution, physical evolution. We are increasing in numbers at an astonishing rate. Since I started making television programs, which doesn't seem so long ago, human beings have tripled in number on the surface of the earth. And that number now is bound to keep on increasing for some time yet. And now all those people like you and me and everybody else, we all need food and land to grow it on. We all need places to live. We all need roads. We need airports. We need schools. And those can only come from the natural world. So the natural world is under great, great pressure. And we've got to recognize that. And we've got to recognize, too, that the natural world is essential for our very existence. For the air that we breathe, for the food that we eat, and some people would say for our very sanity, depends upon the survival of the natural world. There has been a huge change in realization amongst people of the world within my lifetime, and certainly within the last 2 decades. Suddenly people are becoming aware of this. There are signs that the world, the people of the world, are coming to their senses. Whether it'll be in time and to a sufficient degree, I can't say. But at least I think that is a movement is happening, which is just as well, because by golly, the problems and terror and disasters that are looming are greater than they ever were.
Thank you very much.
How many countries have you visited?
I'm afraid I don't know.
Go on, have a guess.
There are quite a lot that I haven't been to. There are a lot of countries in the middle of Asia that I haven't been to. So I don't really know. But I suppose it's 100, something like that. I don't know. How many have you been to? 3. Not bad.
I just wanted to ask about the evolution of natural history programs and where you see it going, who's going to take the mantle. Presumably you can't keep doing it forever, as much as you would like to.
Yeah, it's a good question. The fact of the matter is that natural history programs, they're cheap compared with drama, that's for sure. But they're not cheap compared with, say, makeover programs, or cookery programs, or property programs. And to make a good natural history program these days, the system is so sophisticated that we do need technical teams to get the quality up. Are we going to go on? The more networks proliferate, the less money per hour on any one network that will be available. And my worry is that if the major broadcasters are losing income as they are if you're dependent on advertising, they have given up natural history broadcasting because they can't afford it. Thank goodness the BBC is not in that situation. And that's the huge benefit of the license. And as long as the BBC is there, I believe there will be good natural history broadcasting. At one time, it was the model which Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and other countries had natural history units modeled on the Bristol one. All those have now disappeared. And the BBC natural history unit is more or less on its own now. I hope it will continue, but it does depend on the license, actually.
All the animals that you've been in the company of, which one has scared you the most?
Oh, no doubt at all about that. Human beings.